Self-control is seemingly a hot topic across grade levels. I hit this topic really hard in kindergarten to try to front load our students with those skills, but we obviously practice them all the way through elementary school and beyond. Here are some skills to teach that you can use with your students to promote self-control from an early age. Number one, guided mindfulness. Sometimes mindfulness is really scary to kids. They've never done this before. They don't know what to do. It's hard to sit and focus for a long time. So I like to use guided mindfulness. So they're actually listening to my voice, doing what I'm telling them to do throughout the activity so that they feel a little bit more comfortable while they're practicing it. Of course, we know that mindfulness is associated with tons of positive benefits, but it's directly linked to self-control. When students have those skills to practice mindfulness on their own, they have more self-control in the classroom. Number two is attentive movement breaks. Now, this doesn't mean we just say go crazy for 5 minutes and run around the classroom, right? Obviously, we're not doing that. But these are opportunities to move where we're being attentive to our bodies. Maybe we're doing chair yoga, maybe we're doing some stretches. But these activities lend themselves to students being more aware of their bodies, being more aware of the space around them, the people around them, which will in turn help them develop self-control. Number three is bringing attention to sensations. This can be done in a mindfulness activity. It can be done in a senses exploration activity where they're feeling and describing different textured items. It can be done where they're reaching into a bag and feeling something and guessing what it is. Obviously nothing gross or scary, but we're just helping students use their senses to bring awareness to those things so that they can describe sensations that they're experiencing in their body. When they can notice those sensations and they start to notice, hey, I'm feeling a little bit out of control, or I'm feeling some tension, I might need a break, or I might need a strategy to help myself get back in control of what I'm doing, we're setting them up for success. Number four is body spatial awareness. It's kind of linked to that attentive movement, but just helping them to be more aware of their body in relation to others and other things. We can do this through a lot of games where they're moving throughout the classroom without bumping into things, or doing guided movement in a big group so that they have to be aware of themselves and other people. But this just helps them bring more awareness to what's going on in the moment, pay attention to their bodies, pay attention to others, and pay attention to what's going on in the environment around them. Number five is huge, and we're working on this constantly, but it's understanding social cues. What can I pick up from the people around me that lets me know how they're feeling or what they need right now? Maybe the joke that I'm making isn't sitting well with them. Maybe the movements or the sounds that I'm doing right now are bothering them. How can I tell? We have to teach our students how to be able to read those social cues and social situations, whether it's facial expressions, body language, the words that people are saying, how they're reacting to us with their voice, with the tone of voice that they're using. And these are really hard skills to do, which is why we have to start early and we have to build on them every year, consistent with students' development levels. Number six is a tough one, I feel like, through all grade levels, but we start early with this one also, just monitoring our voice volume. So does my voice volume match the situation that I'm in right now? Sometimes our voice should be at a 0. Sometimes our voice can be all the way up at a 6, but it depends on the situation. So again, they have to be able to read those social cues. They have to be able to take a moment to pause, figure out what's going on around them, and match their voice to the situation. But not least, delayed gratification. This is a tough one for even some adults, right? We can start working with our students to start to build this skill early so that they can be more in control of their actions, their words, and all of the things that are going on with them. So we can use visual timers for this. We can use those reminders of when transitions are going to be expected, when they're going to have to switch away from a preferred task to a non-preferred task, or when they're going to get to do a preferred task after a non-preferred task. But we can build those in with visual schedules, visual timers, so that they know what to expect, they know what's coming next, and they can start to build that tolerance for non-preferred activities, and they can put off their gratification until later. Self-control is obviously a hugely important skill for everyone, and we can start to build it early with our students through our counseling curriculum.